Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Back for another episode of My Goem. This time, we are going to bring to you something that is the intangible heritage of Goa, and that is the Jatra of Sri Maruti at Mala or Fontainhas. You can see a beautiful arch over here, and we are going to go there to get to you something that pulls in more than around 50 to 60,000 people in a single day, or possibly in half a day. This particular temple that you see shining on top of the hill is dedicated to the monkey god or Lord Hanuman or Maruti. And every year they celebrate the biggest festivity that happens over here, and that is the Jatra. Let's not waste time. Let's go down and see what happens over there. Follow me. So ladies and gentlemen, I have now come to the Mahadwar. Mahadwar is this big entry point from where is the official way to go to the temple. But here I see two plaques on either side. This is the Sansthan Maruti Rai, and on this side we have got Stapana, that is Magh Shukla Dashmi, and a date is put there on 25th January 1934. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste time. Let's walk up and see what this temple is about. Well, I have just climbed the first flight of steps that come from the main gate to here, and now I have to walk up to go to the main temple. So I cross this road and I am now going on the flight of steps, the second flight of steps to Maruti Gad. Wow, when you reach this particular level, you are greeted by a diorama of Sri Hanuman, who was a devout devotee of Lord Ram. And on this particular landing itself, the view is amazing. So don't go on top without seeing this view and paying your respects to Lord Hanuman. So ladies and gentlemen, there was a time where there was no electricity, and everything had to be done in the light of the oil lamp. And earlier to that, all the temples in Goa, they did their festivities towards the evening or night by lighting this structure called as the Deepstambha. What they would do is they would use mud lamps with oil and a cotton wick, and they would lay it on all the circular structures that were there, or the steps that were there. And when the time came for them to have the function, somebody would light it up with a long stick with fire at the end, and the whole area would be lit up. This is the Deepstambha, or the pillar for lights. And this was used during festivities. So ladies and gentlemen, when I come walking up those stairs and I see the Deepstambha over there, that is the pillar for lights, I see a big structure, and this is called as a mandap or the Sabha mandap. All the weddings, the rituals, major rituals are held here. You can see one ritual going on behind right now. And they have put a beautiful design over here made up of colored powders, and this is called as the rangoli. Normally, a rangoli is put when there is some type of ritualistic festival is there or festivity is there. But this particular hall that was there was actually donated by a gentleman called Jano Ram Redkar. Now this man once the lease was paid for and this afframent or these properties were leased from the Portuguese, he thought of purchasing it and offering it to the temple. And he bought this over 7,700 square meters of property and donated it to the temple. And along with that, he constructed the Deep Stambh and this beautiful Sabha Mandap. And this Sabha Mandap also has got a stage where during these festivities you find a lot of local Marathi theatres that are being performed over here. So ladies and gentlemen, when you come to Maruti temple here, please take time off to sit here, because this is in the same style as it was when it was built in the year 1939. So from the Sabha Mandap now, I am coming to the main temple of Maruti Gad over here, and you can see a lot of people here who are standing in line to pour oil on an idol of Maruti that is just below the main temple Garbhagriha. Now Garbhagriha means sanctorum. But there is something very nice about this. The actual idol that was installed here when the temple was established was of white marble. But the one that is down where people are pouring this oil is of black marble. When this temple was constructed, the architects came up with a fabulous idea, and that was, while you are pouring oil on this black idol on a floor that is below the main, they kept an aperture from where you could see both the idol, that is the white one in the Garbhagriha, and the black one which the people use to pour the oil. So when you come here, don't miss to see this particular aspect of this temple, where you can see both the idols, the one where people are pouring oil and offering flowers, and the one that is revered in the sanctum sanctorum. When you enter the main temple, before the main idol, you can see a frame of wood over here. Today they have kept the fund box over here. But when you come anytime, you'll always find it here. The reason is just below this is the other idol of Hanuman. People don't want to walk over the head of that idol. So they have kept this over here. So you have to walk around it. So finally, after showing you the different things in the temple, I have managed to corner the most moneyed person over here, Mr. Subhash Sakalkar. He has been the treasurer of this temple since December 2007, a very, very long time back, almost 13 years back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge responsibility. And here I am sitting with the other senior gentlemen who are looking after the working of this committee. So let us find out from Subhash Bab a little bit about this. Subhash Bab, आमच्या प्रोग्रामाचेर वेलकम.
वेलकम. तुमकां देव बरें करूं.
थँक्यू.
पयली गोष्ट सांगपाची म्हणजे 2007च्यान हांव एक ट्रेजरर म्हणजे खजिनदार म्हणून भितर सरला देवळांत. टील टुडे आमी चालू आसा आमची. दुसरी गोष्ट, म्हाज्या पयलींचे आतां बाप शंकर वाडकर हे हांगा देवळाचे अध्यक्ष जावन गेल्ले आसा. पयलीं ताणें म्हाज्या पयलीं टर्मान केला. तशेंच बाप सुहास नेल्लीकर हाणें सुद्दां हांगासर पद बरें होल्ड केल्लें आसा. आनी ते तशेंच देवाची सेवा करून आयिल्ले आमच्या पयलींच्या टर्मान, म्हणजे 2007च्या पयलीं. त्या नंतर आमी भितर सरल्या. हांची आशिल्ली ते एक ओल्ड एज कशी, त्या नंतर आमी भितर सरले. आतां आमच्या नंतर जॉयंट ल्हान भुरगे, ते भुरग्याच्या हातान आमी सोडले, म्हणजे तांच्यांनी सुरू करचे असो आमी हे प्रोग्राम आमचो चालू आसा. दुसरी गोष्ट, तुमी विचारले देवळाच्या विशयी कितें तरी 1-2 शब्द सांगचे. पूण एज पर म्हाज्या नॉलेजी प्रमाणे आनी आमच्या जाणट्यांनी सगळ्या कडल्यान विचारा प्रमाणे म्हाका दिसता की 1935 हो उत्सव आमचो स्टार्ट जाला. आनी 1936 ही आमची पयली मारुतीची पालखी सरावंडींग म्हणजे मळ्या विभागाक पयली पालखी भायर सरले.
आता ही पालखी भायर सरल्या म्हणटा पळय न्ही,
बरोबर.
ती पालखी भायर सरता खंयसून आनी पावता खंय? देवळांसून वता काय आनी खंयसून वता?
ही पालखी मेन म्हणजे देवळाच्या परिसरान आसता, देवळाच्या भितर आसता.
हां.
त्या नंतर ती आमी काडून मंडपान
हां.
दवरता. सांजची मंडपान तिका डेकोरेशन फुलांनी तिका कंप्लीट सजयता. वाजत गाजत ताची मूर्ती देवळांतल्यान पालखेन हाडून बसयता आनी त्या नंतर ते पालखे कडेन पुजा करून सगळ्या गांवकारांचे सगळ्या लोकांचे सांगणे बिंगणे करून ती पालखी आमी थंयसून भायर काडटा. ती पालखी भायर सरल्या नंतर वाटेक कोणाचीच काणूक घेनासतना डायरेक्ट विठोबाच्या देवळान भितर सरता.
विठोबाचें देवूळ म्हणजे मळ्यान आसा.
मळ्यान विठोबाचें देवूळ आसा पळय, म्हणजे जस्ट भांडाराचें हॉस्पिटल आसा न्ही त्याच्या समोर. त्या नंतर ती परंपरे प्रमाणे ती व्हरून त्या देवळान ते दवरता आनी त्या नंतर आमी रावंड अबावट 7 6:30 7 ती पालखी थंयसून स्टार्ट करता. ती पालखी थंयसून स्टार्ट केल्या नंतर घरोघरी भोंवून प्रत्येकाची काणूक म्हणजे कितें आसता, एक 5 तरेची फळ, 5 तरेची फळ, एक ना 5 तरी फळां घेवन आमी ती पालखी कलेक्शन करीत करीत जी दिसा सांजे वेळाचेर 7 जी पालखी पळय देवळांतल्यान भायर सरलेली आसता विठोबाचे, ती दुसरे दीस सकाळी 6 मारुतीच्या देवळांत भितर सरता.
म्हणजे रातभर
भोंवता आनी त्या पालखे बरोबर जे आमचे देवळाची कमिटी म्हणा, देवळाचे वेल विशर म्हणा, देवळाचे बरे मागपी म्हणा, सगळे बरोबर आसता आनी ते सगळे बरोबर घेवन ती पालखी रावंड अबावट 6:30 to 7 पालखी देवळान भितर सरता. त्या नंतर पालखी भितर सरल्या नंतर पालखी भितर येता, दवरता, आरती जाता आनी आमी प्रसाद पाठवून एक सांगता करता जात्रेची. त्यानंतर दुसरे दीस वसत पद्दती प्रमाणे आमी पालखी आसता, म्हणजे जी लोकांनी आमकां फळावर दिल्ली आसता न्ही ती आमी ओथोना तशी कांय उडयना, ती सगळे एवरीडे आमी तेजी पावणी करता. पावणी स्वस्त आसता, बाबा कोणी मागना, कोणाक दाम आसा न्ही घेवन येवपाची, आनी ती पालखी मागीर प्रत्येक फळां आमी त्या पावणखे कडेन दिल्ली आसता. तशीच 3 दीस आमची 3 नाटकां आसता आनी 3 नाटकाच्या पयलीं आमी 3 दीस आमची पालखी पावणी आसता फळाची पावणी केली, नाटक स्टार्ट जालें.
नाटक कितल्यांक सुरू जाता?
नाटक रावंड अबावट 11 ते 11:15.
So please do come in the mandap that I have shown you and watch the talented youngsters presenting a natak.
Beside that, आमी कितें केल्लें आसता, आमी आमची झरा सकयल न्ही झरीकर आमी स्पेशल एक प्लॅटफॉर्म तयार उबो केल्लो आसता आनी त्या प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर पयलीं करिनाशिल्ले, आतां एक 10-12-15 वर्सां म्हणजे स्टार्ट केलां. त्या प्लॅटफॉर्माचेर आमी ल्हान भुरग्यांक म्हणजे बाबा एक गाण्याचो प्रोग्राम, फॅन्सी ड्रेस कॉम्पिटिशन, CD विथ डान्स, हो सगळो प्रोग्राम इथे अरेंज करता आनी तांकां आमी स्पेशल अशे गिफ्ट आनी प्रायज दिल्ले आसता.
म्हणजे दिस इज इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ द यंगस्टर्स.
यंगस्टर बिलोंग्स टू टेम्पल. बिलोंग्स टू टेम्पल.
सुभाष बाब, आमी भितर देवळान येना बरोबर आमकां तुमी ब्युटिफुली मेंटेन केल्ल्यो 2 प्लेक्स दिश्टी पडल्यो. ताचेर नांव बरयल्लें आशिल्लें नानू तारकार पेडणेकार आनी दुसऱ्याचेर आशिल्लें जानो राम रेडकार आनी तांचें कितें तरी कॉन्ट्रिब्युशन आशिल्लें म्हणून. हे जे ते तिसरी फ्रेम आसा जे देवूळ आशिल्लें पयलें आनी आतां तातूंत खूब फरक आसा. सो कॅन यू टेल अस की हे कोण आनी हे देवळाची प्रोग्रेस कसो जालो तांणी केन्ना?
तुम्ही जो प्रश्न केलो न्ही तो एकदम म्हत्वाचो प्रश्न केलो. ही जे कितें केलां न्ही तें आतां आमी केलां, पूण खरें म्हणशाल ते दोगूय जाण शिल्पकार तेंच्यांनी पळय देवळाक कितें कितें केलां न्ही तें आमी कोणूच सांगूंक शकचे ना अशें तांच्यांनी करून केल्लें आसा देवळाक. आनी त्या नंतर आमची पिढी आमी जे भुरगे सगळे भितर सरून हे देवूळ बांदपाचे विचार केलो. बाबा हें जे पोन्ने आसा न्ही तें आमी कितें तरी नवें करचें. त्या नंतर आमकां एक मळ्यांतलोच रहिवासी वागळे म्हणजे आर्किटेक्ट वागळो हो हांगा मळ्यान रावपी आनी ताका ही सगळी डिटेल खबर आसता देवूळ कशें आसा, ह्या देवळाची कशी स्टोरी, कितें करलें, कशें जातलें. तेणी आमकां असो एक इंट्रस्ट दाखयलो की बाबा आमी हें देवूळ बांदुया. आनी ताणें असो एक सबंद प्लॅन काडलो. अशे तरेन प्लॅन केलो की पयलीं ह्या देवळान एक 20 लोक बसूंक मेळटाले. आज आमकां कमीत 150-200 लोक सारके अवंताच बसूंक मेळटा. परत परिसर तेणें असो क्लीन केलो की ताका आमी खरो मानपाचो. आनी तेणी अशी एक वैशिश्ट कशें देवळाचें केलें की जितले हांगा फॉरेनर्स येता, ट्युरिस्ट लोक येतात ते म्हणटा बाबा हे सामने से दिखता है कैसा. जी आमची मुर्ती मेन मारुतीची मुर्ती आमच्या एक हॉलानसून दिसता सकयल, ती पळयल्या नंतर लोकांक दिसता बाबा हें कशें घडलां कशें. वयर येत जाल्यार कांयच कळना बाबा खंय होल आसा काय खंय कांयच कळना. आनी हें देवळाचें कंप्लीट काम बाब सी.व्ही. नायकान केल्लें आसा.
हें देवूळ टोटली न्यू बांदलें फ्रॉम द ओल्ड. पूण खरें जर पळोवंक वचत जाल्यार सायडीक पळय तो सभा मंडप आसा तो चेंज केला काय तसोच आशिल्लो?
तो आम्ही अजूनपर्यंत तसंच दवरला. ती एक आमची एक युनीक कशें म्हणजे बाबा ह्या देवळाक आमी कितलेंय लेटस्ट फंक्शन केलें, देवूळ बरें मॉडरेट केलें, कंप्लीट केलें, पूण आमची एक ओरिजिनल वास्तू ही एक मंडप म्हणून आमी तशेंच सांबाळून दवरलेली आसा.
हांवें न्ही वयर एक धवी मुर्ती पळयल्या आनी सकयल काळी मुर्ती पळयल्या. सकयल लायनीन लोक रावन वयर ताका तेल घालतात, फुलां घालतात. तर हो जो देव आसा न्ही म्हणजे आमचो मारुती, जो अंजनीचे सूत म्हणटा म्हणजे अंजनीचो चलो, ताका तेल खूब आवडटा, तीळ खूब आवडटा आनी ताका एका तरेचें फूल आवडटा. तें फूल कसलें तें?
तें फूल रईचें फूल. रोईचें फूल.
ही जी जात्रा जाता न्ही ती खंयच्या दिसा?
माघ शुक्ल दशमी.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this date of the Hindu calendar, lunar calendar month of Magh, comes somewhere either at the end of January or in beginning of February, depending on the scheduling of the month. It doesn't happen as per the Gregorian calendar. हांव जेन्ना हांगा आयलो पयले फावटी आनी तुमकांच मेळ्ळो तेन्ना तुमी सांगलें म्हाका हांगा ज्यो तुमी पयलींच्यो पालक्यो दवरलेल्यो त्यो पालक्यो केन्नाच्यो म्हणजे त्यो इतल्यो आतांच्यो कांय दिसना, त्यो केन्नाच्यो?
त्यो स्टार्टिंगच्यो पालकी. ते पालक्यांचें म्हत्व म्हणजे ते आमचे तुमकां पयलें सांगलें न्ही, ते आमचे 2 शिल्पकार आसा न्ही, तांच्या टायमा वयल्यो त्यो पालकी, तांच्या टायमा वयल्यो त्यो पालकी म्हणून आमी त्यो मेंटेन करून तशेंच दवरल्या.
ताज्या बरोबर आनी एक पळयलें की एक पालकी आसा तिका सामकी चकचकीत चांदी मारली आसा. वॉट इज द स्टोरी ऑफ दॅट?
ती त्या नंतर आमी एक पालकी केली. ती पालकी आमी घेवन भोंवताले म्हणजे मारुतीक. पूण आमकां दिसलें आतां लास्ट 2 वर्सां पयलीं आमकां मनान दिसलें की आमकां दिसलें इन सेन्स मारुतीच्या मनानूच जालें आसतलें की आपले बाबा आपूण एक चांदीच्या पालकी भोंवून ह्या वाड्यार भोंवचो. आनी त्या प्रमाणे आमी कोल्हापूर एक पावसकर म्हूण आसा ताच्या मार्फत आमी ते सगळो विचार केलो आनी ताचे कडेन तेणें केलें. तो म्हणल्यार तेणें पळयलें आमी म्हटलं की एक 3840 किलो तरी चांदी लागतली. त्या प्रमाणे आपूण तुमकां करून दिता. त्या प्रमाणे तेणी ती चांदीचें काम करून दिलां.
Now that I have asked Subhash Bab many questions, let me find out from these gentlemen over here. When I came to this place, to this temple rather, I was really surprised. And I was surprised because not that there were many people or many people, but there were many foreigners too. Could these foreigners be coming here because they had heard about a monkey god? Or are they coming here for a different? Let's find out from.
एक्चुली पळयलें तशें आमी हांगा कांय बंधन अशें दवरूंक ना. खुबशे फॉरेनर्स येता पण जेन्ना पळय ते बस स्टँडा वयल्यान तांकां तो व्ह्यूज दिश्टी पडटा पळय जो आमच्या देवळाचो, थंयसून ते पळयता आनी स्पेशली वयर येता. आनी वयर येयल्या नंतर ते हांगा देवळान येता भितर. पण आमी कशें कोणाचेर रिस्ट्रिक्शन्स कांयच घालूंक ना. दे आर फ्री टू एंटर इन द टेंपल.
तुम्ही हांगा मळ्यानूच रावता?
हांव मळ्यांत रावता.
ओके. आतां म्हाका एक सांगा, तुमी ह्या हाजे खजिनदार, प्रेजिडेंट सगळे जाले, पूण एक टायम असो आशिल्लो की तुमी भुरगे आशिल्ले आनी तेन्ना हांगा जात्रा सुरू जातकच जात्रेन भोवन कितें घेतिल्ल्याची याद आहा?
जेन्ना पळय आमी ल्हान भुरगे आसले न्हू तेन्ना पालखे बरोबर आमी वयताले. तेन्ना अशी लायट बी नासली, तेन्ना पेट्रोल मार्क्स वयर धरताले आनी पालखे वताले. आनी तेन्ना हांगा त्या वेळार चडशे कितें मातयेच्यो मुर्त्यो येताल्यो, मातयेच्यो गणपती येताले, हनुमान येताले, ते चडशे आमी घेताले चडशे करून.
केन्ना साखरेची बावली बी घेतल्या?
साखरे ती तितली म्हाका ती आवडनासली पण हांव ती देवस्थान मुर्ती घेतालो आनी घरान पुजेक लायतालो.
तुमी घेतल्या?
चडशे ना, भुरगेपणार आमी तशी हें नासलें, भोंवत रावताले रातभर, कसो रात काडपाची आनी कांय ना अशी.
I asked this question to the senior citizens here because that time the choices were not much. Now let me just find out. तुम्ही जेन्ना पळय जात्रेक आतां भोंवता तेन्ना तुमी साखरेची बावली म्हूण कितें ती पळयल्या?
ना, हांवें जाल्यार म्हाजे अजून पळोवंकूच ना.
आमी आतां पळोवंक ना, पण जेन्ना चर्चे कडेन जे फेस्त भरताले तेन्ना बी पळयतालो. पण आमी त्या टायमार आमकां आजो घेवन येतालो चलत.
So ladies and gentlemen, just see over a period of time what can be enjoyed today will not be there or will not be there in the imagination of the people after another 25 years. So now that you are here, when you come for the Marutichi Jatra over here in Mala, Go to the stalls. Plastics and shirts are available everywhere. Go to those stalls. Find out. There are so many sweets. There are khaje, godaचे खाजे, साखरेचे खाजे, आल्याची बर्फी. See, things are coming out. Revdio, ladu, bundi ladu, mana. See, look at the suggestions coming, and all these suggestions, you can go to the stalls and buy them. Don't waste time, because you don't know when all these things are going to go behind the curtain of time. And let me say a big thank you to Subhash Bab and all these gentlemen over here for giving their suggestions, for sharing their time with us and telling you the history. So, I have now come to the temple of Vitthal Rakhumai. And here you can see two idols of Vitthal, Sri Vitthal and Sri Rakhumai. Now, why have I come into this temple? The actual start of constructing the Maruti temple of Mala started from here. This actually was a small shrine belonging to the Kevanekar family. And in 1929, the people, with the intention to construct a new temple, they gathered here and met for the first time. The idea of coming up and establishing a Maruti temple on the Maruti Gad over there started here in this place. Every year at the start of this Jatra, the palanquin will come here without stopping from the temple to here, and from here it will leave as a starting journey, visiting all the houses and then going back to the temple. We will show you how they take out that palanquin out from here, but we will not be able to wait here till it reaches back to the temple, for a simple reason that it is going to reach at around 6 o'clock tomorrow morning at the temple. So till then, let us wait and see. When we came here to this Vitthal Rakhumai temple in Mala, or earlier what was known as Fontainus, now also part of it is known, I happened to lay my hands on a very good friend of mine and a good Goenkar. I'll tell you, he's a very good Goenkar, who has been born and brought up in this place called as Mala on the 31st January road, which has later been named as Nanu Tarkar Pednekar. Let us find out from him what this Jatra was when he was a child and how he sees it now. Narayan Bab, his name is Narayan Nagvekar. And let's welcome him onto my program. Narayan Bab, welcome to my program, My Goem.
Thank you.
You have been staying in this place right from your childhood. How was the Jatra celebrated during your childhood, and what changes do you see now?
आमच्या भुरगेपणान जेन्ना जात्रा भरताले हांगासर तेन्ना माण कमी आसताले आनी लोक खूब आसताले आनी जे लोक येताले हांगासर सांजची 3 सुमार अशी रस चालू जाताली ती सबंद रातभर चालू उरताली आतां फूल नायट चालू उरताली मागीर सकाळ फुडें पालकी परत देवळान पावसर गर्दी आसताली आनी बेजिली कितें आसताली ती रातचे लोकांक परत वचपाक हें आसनालें गाडी आसनाशिल्ली ट्रान्सपोर्ट नाशिल्लो म्हणून ते लोक तुका सबंद रात भोंवत आसताले जात्रेक आतां कितें जालां आतां लोक येतात आनी वतात पळोवपाक गेल्यार पयलीं पेक्षा चड लोक येता विजीट चड आसता म्हळ्यार ते मुवींग आसता येता वता आनी आतां लोक कमी जाले तशें पळोवपाक भोंवपाचे आनी दुकानां चड जाल्या
पूण पयलींच्या जात्रेक तुवें घेतिल्लो खेळ तुका खंयचो याद आसा?
खेळ अशे आमी तेन्ना घेवप चड जायत नाशिल्ले चडशे आमचे मस्त भोंवपूच जाताले आनी मागीर रातचे वचून पिक्चर पळोवप जाताले तेन्ना थिएटरां रातभर चालू आसताली खेळ आसताली कितें आसताली प्रत्येक घेवप पळय आसना चड आमचे भोंवप किंवा अशें मस्ती करप चड आसतालें.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's pointed out an amazingly important point which has changed from the yesteryears to now. Earlier, he said that there were a lot of crowd here from 3 o'clock onwards, the full night through. Now the problem was there was no transportation. So they couldn't go back home. They had to wait till the next day. So the best thing was to go up and down enjoying yourself. And like he says, if you were bored, the movie halls used to be on, which normally did not have a full night show. There used to be not many people for the night show. But for Jatras like this, it used to be having 2-3 shows at night, throughout the night, and it used to go packed. Today, transportation has eased our life. But at the same time, the fallout of that is on the Jatras, because those people who came and they waited here, they just come, say hello, like I do to you every week, hello to God, and then they go back. But that does not mean, like he says, and he will agree, that the number of people have gone down. They may be less over here, but I think it has increased.
Number of people visiting the temple and has increased.
Ladies and gentlemen, please wean away your children from the computers and the laptops and the mobiles. Tell them to keep it at home. Go and be part of such festivities, because a feast is to be enjoyed. So let me say bye to and thanks to Narayan Bab for sharing the time with us.
Thank you.
The palanquin is about to come. So let's wait and see it. It's going to come this way. So ladies and gentlemen, you have just seen the Palki going out of the Vitthal Rakhumai temple, and it's heading to its destination. And this brings us to the close of today's episode on the Maruti Jatra of Mala in Panchim. I would request all of you, just like so many other people standing over here, please do come and enjoy these Jatras. I'm sure this type of festivals are happening at your place. So, what do? Write to us on the email that you see over here. We would love to hear from you. So please, don't even waste your time. Write to us, because this is what Goenkarpan is all about. So, signing off. Bye-bye.